What's up, guys? Welcome to SpawnCast every Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We're live. Got a couple people with me tonight. Max is at the circus. He's at circus. What is it? Cirque du Soleil.
Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah, you said it. You said it very well earlier. I just wanted to make sure he had it had it down there. But I am joined with me by Evan, and then we also have Sean. I'll start with Evan. How are you doing tonight?
All right, pretty tired. Holiday season, retail, the usual.
Oh yeah, they are they hitting you pretty hard there?
Oh yeah,
yeah. Oh man, they those like those early mornings,
late nights and early mornings, one after another. So
oh nice, that's good. That's good. And then of course we have Sean, RGT85. How you doing, Sean?
Pretty good. My tooth kind of hurts, but other than that, we're living.
Your tooth hurts. Did you like crack it or?
Man, I don't know. Man, I got messed up teeth sometimes, and
oh, okay.
Probably all the soda I drink.
There's a chance.
All the what is it? Diet Dr. Pepper, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Oh man, what have we been playing this week, guys?
Oh my god. I've been playing The End Is Nigh, which is just driving me absolutely insane.
I saw you post a something on Twitter about that. It's gonna be like the end of you or something.
It's a good game, but I realized I'm not good at those types of games, and it's really starting to like weigh on me. And I'm supposed to review it, so I think I'm just gonna have to do like a unique review, because like I'm not gonna beat the game. There's no way in hell. I'm not gonna get very far in the game because I'm not good at games like Super Meat Boy and the crazy Mario Maker levels.
It's one of those games that's supposed to kill you like 80 times before you finish the level.
I've died. I've been playing for about 2.5 hours and I've died over 600 times.
Does it just start right back? I haven't played it yet. When you die, does it just start right away? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's instantaneous. Like, it's a good game. If you like those kind of games, it's a very good game. But I'm just not good at those types of games, and like it's just I don't know. I'll come up with some sort of review for it, anyways. But yeah, it's not a bad game. It's fun. It's just I'm not good at it.
Yeah, that's the way it goes, I guess. Did you play anything else, or is that your main game this week?
What else have I been playing? I need to start. I played WWE 2K, of course.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
I have a Mutant Muds code that I need to redeem.
I actually bought that game today and played some of it.
Did you? Yeah, I told Jules I would review that. And then I've been playing some more Poi. I'm trying to get that review done too. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay. What about you, Evan? What have you been up to?
Just sticking to the standard guns, I guess. Destiny 2 with my friends and Street Fighter 5 just on occasion to get used to it again.
So you got more into Street Fighter 5 again. Why is that? Because believe it or not, the game has actually jumped up to 2.5 million sold now after they laid out the plan.
Capcom Cup was pretty intense. It was awesome to watch. It was great to see the turnaround in it. A lot of those matches were pretty amazing because in most fighting games, you know how the meta goes. Someone goes like, these characters will always win. These characters you shouldn't even play at tournaments. Well, one of the bottom tiers just won the whole thing. Right. It was fantastic. And the game itself is people are starting to realize that all the problems we had when it launched, they're finally getting through it. It feels like that Kickstarter phase is now over and the real game's out. So you have the less lag time between your button press and actually having it happen on the screen. It's a little bit smoother. They still have that weird bug with the inputs on PC where if you have like a touch screen or any kind of like Wacom tablet, it'll just crash. So you just have to shut all that stuff down. But I think the game's getting a little big now because they have Season 3 starting up. They've already revealed all the characters. They're adding to the functionality of the game. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, Robert Erickson in the chat with the 20 secs. Saying nice to see you guys again.
It begins.
Yeah, says been busy. I hear you. Been busy. It's like leading up to Christmas time. The way it goes. So you're sticking with Destiny and everything, Evan. I tried to say that Tiny Metal code. I don't know why it was already used. That's weird.
Yeah, I wanted to check that out because I was interested with all that like rumors and all that anger around the company making it and going back on some other stuff on Kickstarter.
I mean, I've played some of it because they sent me an early build of it, and I played it. But I wanted to play it on the Switch. I think they're going to send a Switch code at some point, so I can check it out there to see how it runs. But that game looks interesting. And then Romancing Saga 2 came out on the Switch yesterday out of nowhere. Did you see that, Sean?
Yeah, that's pretty random because like
I bought it instantly, so I have it downloaded. It's actually 1.5 gigabytes.
Well, is it a port of the mobile version?
It is, yeah. Yep,
Okay.
it's ported from the mobile, and they added more stuff to it for like depending on what system you're on. Because they knew maybe played on the PS4 or the PS4 Pro even. Maybe it has 4K support. I have to double check. But I was surprised when I saw that. I couldn't believe it. It was like they announced it like, and then it just showed up on everything, including the Switch.
Yeah, that's crazy, actually.
Yeah, that's the first time it's really been released outside of Japan. They put it on mobile, but it's never been outside Japan on console before. That's the first time, and it's an official. It's an official translation now, so I thought that was really cool. So I have it. I'm gonna try to play some more of it. I literally just bought it. I haven't played it at all yet, but I did play Mutant Mudds. Played that. I played Never Stop Sneaking, which is interesting. That showed up on the Switch.
I saw your video.
I just bought it randomly. I was like, let's try this too because it's that's the one that's like a parody of Metal Gear Solid. It still has even the PS1 graphics, like so the faces all look like the PS1 visuals of Snake. And that was interesting because you don't actually hit any buttons. You just use the left stick or the right stick. And like if you run into an enemy from behind, it like takes them out with like your sword. And if they spot you, if you have any bullets, it shoots them instantly. But it's been okay. It's gotten a little repetitive so far. So I'm kind of falling off of it now. It's
difficulty curve not going up at all. It just feels very similar.
I've been hit once in the game so far. And I've played 4 of the levels, I think now, like 4 sections, so I guess 12 boards so far, but it's very similar. Like the base mechanic's cool because you actually build your base. It's the same person who made Dust. Lycian Tail made it. So and I like Dust a lot. They should bring that over. But I think that's mostly it. Of course, I guess WWE kind of falls into this, but I'm still waiting for any kind of patch. I don't think we're gonna get one. To be honest, it sounds bad. I don't know if we're gonna get one.
No,
I'm a little worried, man. I don't think it's gonna be a patch. I think they got $60 out of me. 60 wasted dollars out of me. Oh gosh, that's why you need it. That's why we need a refund on there. Can you refund on the eShop or you can't?
No,
man. Well, you guys want to talk about some of the fun gaming news that's taken place so far this week?
Go for it.
Of course.
Okay, so how about we start? This is fun for you, Evan, because you actually played this game a little bit. I have not played this game much at all. Let's talk about PUBG for a minute here. Okay, so Evan, you told me right away, this is before it came to the Xbox. You said, I don't know how it's going to run on the Xbox because even with my video card, you have a GTX 770, right? It's getting replaced soon with a 1060, you said, right?
Soon with a 1060, but yeah.
You were like, I have to turn this thing down, like visually, and 770 is not a bad card still.
Even with the 980, the one that we built, same deal.
Has to turn it down visually.
Yep.
And you're basically like, I don't know how it's going to play on the Xbox. And then it shows up on the Xbox, and it barely plays on the Xbox. Max reviewed it, and he has an original Xbox, not even a Slim, not even an S, just like an Xbox One OG, the VCR looking thing. And he did a whole video, and like the textures take forever to load in when you're dropping down. Like Evan, you know, you jump out of the plane and everything, you got the parachute going on. It drops to like I think as low as 4 frames per second.
I can see that. It's one of the more important parts about the competitive play, being able to pop out, see where everyone is, decide where you want to land, do all that. If you can't do that in any kind of frames, you're screwed.
And then, Digital Foundry did a whole thing on it too. They showed the X, even the Xbox One X was dropping down to like 12 frames per second. And it's really bad right now for that. But what's crazy is it's sold over 1 million copies in 48 hours.
Oh yeah, it's going to sell. It's on word of mouth alone. Although it's going to be interesting to see how its sales press forward, since at least one of its big names is having their whole little issue now. Dr. Disrespect and his stuff.
Yeah. But like that seems really weird that that's selling so well. But Fortnite, which runs better and people say is a better game just because it's better made, essentially, it runs really well on the systems, and it's free. But here, PUBG sells over 1 million copies in 2 days. It just seems really weird. And then how does that? I mean, doesn't that make the Xbox One X look weak or look really bad? I mean, this is a $500 system and it's running at like 12 frames per second.
I think if we think of like the standard gamer, it's not at all confusing why it's selling. You and I both know that no matter how many times we push incredible games with that kind of more cartoony style graphics, people look at it and immediately they're just like, nah, this is for kids. I don't want to see this. But then you play a game or show them a game that looks sort of like an older Call of Duty, even like it doesn't matter. They want it because it looks more realistic. It's supposed to be closer to life in its own way. They'll want to go for that. But I think people are going to view the system maybe as a little weak until they maybe see other games, because there is very obvious that this guy or this team now that I guess he has a couple people, they don't know how to program.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. Is that just like, because they still just have one map, right? Like they debuted the desert level. It's like, here's our second level. And it's like, whoa, you guys, I didn't realize it until they showed the second level that they had been selling this game for $30 in early access with one like map that you play on, and that's it.
Yeah, and they keep adding to it. They've added, I think, 2 cities to it, or 1 city and a town to it. And I feel like for the most part, when you're falling down from the sky, because you can see everything so like easily, I feel like they must load every asset, like all the little guns, everything in the distance, and that's what's causing the drop.
Well, I thought it might even be CPU bound because the processors in the PS4 and Xbox One are just not very good.
I can see that.
I mean, they're laptop processors, and I was like, I wonder if it's processor bound. I don't know. Either way, it doesn't work well, and I don't know how they're going to get it to work well for what that game is. I mean, the game has a hard time running on PC.
You need to overhaul everything. Like there needs to be a massive overhaul to that game.
Yeah, I don't. It's weird to me because Fortnite runs better, but it just shows what happens with word of mouth. I mean, it's crazy. That game shouldn't be selling well. Yeah, isn't it though? It's crazy. Did you get the game, Sean? I didn't even ask you.
Hell no. I don't even. I don't even like. Why? I don't understand why anyone would buy it. Like you have Fortnite, which is a better game, for free.
It's free. Yeah.
Yeah, but for those same reasons, someone sees Fortnite and goes, "It's cartoony." Yeah. If you play Fortnite for long enough, especially if you're not playing the survival mode, if you actually try to play their single player, you realize how ridiculously grindy that game is. And you just kind of decide against it for the most part. Whereas PUBG is like, we're trying to seem like we want it to look real. We want it to feel real. We added all the cool bullet drop and stuff, and you get to customize your guns. And that people get behind it a little bit, but then they see the people playing it. And then they hop in 100%. Because when you have a guy who's playing with a couple 100,000 people watching him, and you have the chance to get in that person's game and yell at them over the in-game voice or something, and you get to your little 15 minutes of fame in that instance, it's just everyone wants to do it.
Mm-hmm. Did you, Sean? Did you see the VR headset for the PS4 dropped like heavily in price?
Yes.
Yeah, I bought the Gran Turismo one, and I tried it out. I barely played much VR before this, like just here and there. I gotta say, I'm actually pretty surprised. There's the Last Guardian demo, and then the Gran Turismo game that comes with it. I was actually surprised. It's done pretty well. The Last Guardian demo is only like 20 minutes long, but it was pretty cool when I was playing it. I don't know if did you have any interest in VR at all?
Not really. I mean, I did get a $300 Best Buy gift card for Christmas today, and I have no idea what to do with it. So I'm considering VR, but then I'm kind of like, I can just pay for games for like, a couple months. So
that's true. I mean, like I said, I got the whole thing, and I looked through it, and it was dropped down. It was at Walmart and Best Buy are both selling it, but it was dropped down from $400. And Gran Turismo it's the physical copy comes with it. But it has the camera, the headset, and the booster box, everything that comes with it, basically set up and you play. But Wipeout is getting the HD collection is getting VR mode. So I already had that. I'm going to try that out. But I was a little surprised with how well done Gran Turismo was. It only gives you a couple like modes here and there, but it actually, when you put it on, you actually like drop you in the car seat and stuff. It feels pretty cool. It actually feels like you're kind of there, but the Last Guardian one was the most impressive because Trico actually dropped down in front of you, and it's kind of jarring at first.
I feel like I would get sick.
It depends, I think, because like that one, for example, is that one you just teleport around. You don't actually move.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you basically look around, you look at a spot, you hit a button, and you'll teleport to it. And then, but there is one part where you're supposed to jump to Trico across this very large, like bottomless pit, kind of. And you fall, and he grabs you at the last minute. So you have that sense of falling for a minute. And it actually gets you. But if you get like, I guess if people get like motion sick or like car sick, I could see how Gran Turismo could do it. Because you actually like you look around, you could like look in your rear mirrors and look around and everything. So, but it was pretty cool. I'm actually enjoying it more than I thought I would, and it was hard for me to pass it up for $200. That's the cheapest I think I'm ever going to see that thing. So
right.
I was pretty much right there with. I mean, I don't know. I mean, $300 Best Buy card though, man. That gets you. That could, even if you wanted to get like a 4K TV, that's a good chunk off 4K TV.
Right, that's true.
I don't know if you have do you have a 4K TV yet?
Nah, I don't. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's cool, but I'm just kind of like, I'd buy games.
Yeah, right, man. Yeah, I mean, there's some stuff coming out early next year that I'm looking into, so that should be good. So we did see that the Switch crossed 10 million units, which was fairly impressive. I saw a lot of people made videos on it as soon as it happened, because that is faster than the Xbox One. The Xbox One, see what happened with the Xbox One is they stopped telling us about sales numbers after the first year because they fell so far behind Sony that they stopped. They told us they shipped 10 million. They shipped 10 million in its first year, whereas the Switch is sold through to consumers 10 million in 9 months, I guess. Right? It's been 9 months since it came out.
Yep.
And then
March.
the PS4 was right at that same spot. The PS4 sold 14.4 million in its first year. So it seems to be right there with the PS4. Now, of course, the Switch's first year ends basically March, like right at the March 3rd or whatever. So Robert Erickson with 26 says he bought 4 Switches, two for Robert, and then 2 for his nephews. So you're probably one of the big reasons they've sold 10 million already, because I do see a lot of people buying multiple Switches. The households, which is something I wouldn't see done with something like a PS4 or an Xbox even. Generally, you get one, but I'm seeing a lot of people buying multiple Switches. So that's probably what's happening there. But I also I did a video on it, and I said that I think Nintendo is getting the community back from the GameCube era, because I don't think the GameCube era really pushed over to the Wii because our grandparents bought the Wii, and then the Wii U just barely sold anything. So I have a feeling people who bought the GameCube are starting to kind of come back to Nintendo with the Switch. And I had some people kind of in the comments talk about that, but I don't know what you guys thought about the 10 million Switches already. That's
at the same time with the multiple.
Go ahead.
At the same time with the multiple purchases, since it is a hybrid system, I do feel like people expect it to be also like a handheld. And I mean, we saw households that had almost 1 DS per person. Like,
yeah.
So
yeah,
I feel like mentally that cross is an easy thing for people to make, where they're just like, okay, well, everyone in this house needs it, because at any point, if someone wants to watch TV and you want to play a game, you can walk away with it. But now you have like your brother or someone else who also wants to play. Well, then he needs one as well. And it's not like it's super expensive, so it's almost viable to just do that. So I don't see the reason why people wouldn't do it. And of course, that shorts the numbers up.
I think they get to a point where they could probably just sell the Switch without the dock.
Oh, definitely.
You can sell a Switch and a power cord, or maybe not even power cord. I mean, the 3DS XL, you don't even get a power cord with it. So I maybe they could get to that point. What were you saying before, Sean?
I'm not too surprised that it hit 10 mil. Like, it's been selling so well, and you've seen software just selling very well as well, and it's unique. You've never had a lot of these games portably. Games like Skyrim, games like, well, I guess technically you had Doom on the Game Boy Advance, but that doesn't really count.
Yeah, that barely counts.
Yeah, you're just getting unique games that, yeah, they may have been on the other platforms for a while, but you're having a new way to play them. So, it's attractive for people. It's a smart buy, and plus, all the big websites and stuff now are all kissing the system's ass and like, oh, this is the best tech of 2017.
Isn't that interesting? Like, so many people, even like the big websites that abandoned the Wii U, which I gotta be honest, it's hard. I can't imagine how it was on YouTube before when the Wii U was around, but that had to be one of the hardest systems to talk about. Just because I mean, you were around when the Wii U was kind of here, right, Sean?
Oh yeah.
I mean, how was? I mean, that had to have been a hard thing to really talk about. I mean, was there much really to talk about with the Wii U?
No, we used to talk about indie games a lot on Indie Corner, and then like 90% of those games never came out.
No, some of them I think were coming out on the Switch now, right? Like some of the ones that got moved, like Ukulele was originally for the Wii U, and then they moved it right to the Switch. And it seems to be an easier system to talk about because stuff's actually happening. Whereas, man, the Wii U, that was That was something else. I know there are people who like the Wii U. I didn't like the Wii U. I did not think it was a good move by Nintendo. I think the marketing was bad. Evan, you remember when we first saw it at the store? E3 was going on, and they were showing it off, and they just showed the tablet. Do you remember that?
I remember at one point someone in the store said, "Man, that's impressive that a tablet can run that."
Yeah,
I was looking at it. I was like, "No, there's something else, and they're not showing us."
Yeah, they never showed the system. It was so weird. And then I look at the marketing now, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, it's a tablet that plays the game. It's much easier than what you tried to explain with the with the Wii U. It was so hard to do that. But we did get the NPD numbers as well, and it looks like the PS4 had the best month, then the Xbox, then the Switch. And I think it makes sense considering you could get a PS4 for basically $150. At GameStop, you bought a PS4 for $200, and then they gave you a $50 gift card on top of that for the PS4 Slim. The Xbox was $190, and then of course the Xbox One X was $500. But it was definitely a good month for games. But the PS4 sold so. Apparently, this was the best month they've ever had, like in their lifetime. Robert Erickson is had a question here with 26. What game from the Wii U would you like to see on the Switch? Robert, yeah, okay, there we go. Yep. I would have said Bayonetta, but it's announced now. Otherwise, I'd have to say Super Mario Maker.
Yeah, I guess Mario Maker would probably be one of the better ones.
I'd have so much fun with Mario Maker if it was on the Switch. Seriously, all my videos get claimed by Nintendo because I would just play that all day.
I would like Captain Toad.
Oh, that's an interesting one. Okay, Captain Toad, sure.
But I feel like you could do it. Like you could do it for like $30 instead of the $40 it was released at. I don't know. I just like that game a lot.
Captain Toad, that's a good one. That's a good one. Someone said Wonderful 101. People are saying Smash. I think Smash, guys. I don't think they want to remaster that. I think they want to make a brand new Smash. I think that's why we still haven't seen it yet. I mean, how long did it take him to put Mario Kart Deluxe on the Switch? It didn't take long at all. So I think they want to make a new Smash, if anything. Mario Maker, though, yeah, bring that over. I hope we see that in the January Direct. I really do.
And they could expand on it even. Like, why not? Add more tile sets, add more things.
Yeah, they could do a lot with that. That'd be really cool. I would love to see that. I don't even want to talk about this, but people are already saying it in the chat.
Actually, before that, then, slight update to, I guess you were trying to figure out if you could get a refund for WWE.
Yeah.
Apparently, if you contact Nintendo, it might be one of the games that falls under their refund policy, and they will refund it to you through store credit.
Interesting. See, I don't know. I don't know if I would refund it or hold it and hope that they fix it. I actually wouldn't mind playing back into a wrestling game if it's good. This is really funny. I started to look around at what it would take to get one of my old wrestling games I used to play all the time, just for nostalgia's sake. But I would need to find probably a backwards compatible PS3, and then I'd have to get the game. The game itself is easy to get. Here Comes the Pain. It's not an expensive game. It's like a $10 or $12 game. Omega Metal Chase 92 says is Wii U game. Okay, Wii U game would be Xenoblade Chronicles X. I know there's a lot of people who would like Chronicles X to come over as well. Even the developers and producers of that game said they would have no problem bringing it over if everyone wanted it. So there you go. But I looked into that and I was like, Sean, I thought I talked to you about that. I really liked Here Comes the Pain on the PS2, and I was looking at it and I was like, how am I going to get this thing? I need a backwards compatible PS3 because I want to play it through HDMI, obviously. Then I need the game, but finding a backwards compatible PS3 is so hard now. So I would have loved for this one to work because I would have been like, all right, I bought it for the channel and now I'll actually play it. And now I don't want to buy it again for the PS4 and the Xbox One, so I don't know. Sean keeps dropping out, actually.
Switching to his laptop.
Switching to his... What do you say? His computer? What? He switched computers. Oh, man. Sean's all over the place. But I wanted to play it just because it was fun. But Evan might like this. The developers of Fire Pro Wrestling said that they would like to bring it to the Switch. So that would be kind of cool to see that happen. Bring that over to the Switch.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. But I mean, that's almost like an empty statement. I'd like $1 million right now. Yeah. I don't see how that's happening immediately, but
you heard about this from developers. They're like, I would like to bring my game over to the Switch. And I think Nintendo is doing some some management in the background, not to have everything come out at once.
To a degree, yeah, but I think that's the most PR neutral thing to say to someone about like whether or not you're planning on bringing something to a console everyone wants to play it on is we'd like to.
I thought about it. Somebody was saying, don't use a PS2 emulator. I was thinking about that too, because I could just buy the game and the emulator will let you actually put the disc in your computer, which my computer actually has a DVD drive, and then I could just play it from that, and I wouldn't feel bad at that point. Because I have a PS2 that I could technically get the BIOS from too, but I wouldn't feel bad about doing all of that to play it. So yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, we keep hearing this. I think people want to get on the Switch, but I do think Nintendo is like managing heavily as to who can be on the Switch. So we'll see. Ooh, a new Mario Striker. I would like to see another Mario Strikers, but I want it to be be more like the GameCube one.
Yeah, the GameCube version, definitely better.
Yeah. I didn't like the Wii one very much. I like the GameCube one a lot. We played that a lot. I would play quite a bit of that. I'm just waiting for Sean to get back here before the next. I know he's going to want to weigh in on the next 2 or 3 topics. I know, because he made videos about both of them. We got to talk about the Mario cereal. I got to wait for him to come back.
Did you get any cereal? What does it taste like?
No, I didn't get it. But it's really funny. A message went on Twitter here recently, and I saw it pop up while we were starting up here, and that's why I wanted to get Sean in here, because it's going to make him go crazy. It's really funny. But people are scalping the cereal though, right now. Right now, like I can look it up. Let me see. Let's see what the Mario cereal is going for. I know it's going for a lot. It's absolutely insane, by the way, that this is happening right now. We're scalping cereal now, people. What is
Apparently, it tastes like fruity Lucky Charms.
I heard it's just Lucky Charms. Like that's all. That's what it is. It's $35. There's one. It's absolutely insane. Oh my god. Yeah, it's $35. Yeah, that's crazy for cereal though. Sean, what's up? You're back.
I don't know what was going on with my computer. It wasn't wanting to work right.
I was waiting for you to come back. I was stalling perfectly, by the way. Because I wanted to talk about the Mario cereal.
Oh God.
Well, here it gets better. That the story continues. There was somebody. It's pretty recently too. Actually, it's when we were going on air here on Twitter. Wario64 reposted a tweet by Ask Target. Okay, where you can ask Target all kinds of stuff, and they'll respond to you whenever they feel like it. Somebody asked, when can they get the Mario cereal? I can't find it anywhere. And Target said, we don't carry it anymore.
Jesus Christ.
Yep, so they don't carry the cereal anymore, and it's up on eBay right now for $35 for cereal. I went to the Walmart. I did go to Target. I went to Food Lion. I think that was it. I never saw the cereal ever. I went there on the 11th looking for it. Never saw it. So I don't even know if it ever actually existed in stores. Target claims.
Like,
what were you saying, Sean?
Store, and I would look, but like, that was it. That was the extent of it.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Saw it, and I was like, okay, whatever.
I wanted to get it just to do a video on it or take a look at it or something, but I could not find it. And apparently Nintendo sent them out, by the way, to reviewers. I would have never thought to ask them to review cereal. It never crossed my mind to do that, because I'm sure they would have sent one over, but I did not even think about it. Other people did though. So, but I wanted to buy a couple boxes and like rip them apart and stuff, but did not get a chance. So now Target's not apparently selling them anymore, according to their Twitter handle, which means they will just become more rare, apparently. But does it make sense for it to be like a limited time thing like that? You figure they would keep selling it. Like what was happening? Like,
and it's cereal.
It's
cereal.
Like arms.
And the fact that it's people are going gaga over cereal, Lucky Charms, essentially, with an amiibo thing inside the box. Like, it's just crazy.
Yes, I saw.
It's absolutely nuts.
Philip got to eat the cereal. I saw that on IGN. He's one of the lucky ones. Yeah, it looked like it was just Lucky Charms, though. From everybody who's like reviewed it on camera, it looked like it was just Lucky Charms. To be honest with you guys, I mean, it was a Kellogg's who did it.
Yeah.
Who makes Lucky Charms? Is that Kellogg's?
I think Post.
Yeah, that makes sense. Man, I don't know. I'm never gonna get it. I don't think it's gonna be one of those things. If I ever see it, I'll buy it. But it's like what is it, like $4 in stores and it's 35 on eBay. That's absolutely insane. Are people actually buying it? By the way,
Yes, of course they are.
people are actually buying it. Wow, you're right. I just looked on sold listings. Yep, that is absolutely insane. That is crazy. Here's 3 for 60. What a deal! Wow, there was that case of 10 that I saw,
Yep,
and
$200.
yes, isn't that crazy? I think someone bought it too. But that's definitely somebody who was like a backroom employee who saw it and was like, "Yep, right in the car. I'll just buy this as it is, resell it for a straight up nice little profit there." Man. So we also got word about the Atari box. Sean's system right there, man. So the Atari box was set and ready. They sent us all emails to let us know. Showing up on the December 14th, we can start giving them money. And then they sent an email the 14th saying we have to postpone this. And Sean, your video is looking more and more correct as we go along here.
I feel like there's nothing there. I just feel like there's nothing there. It maybe it was an idea or something and they were hoping that they could, capitalize. I just don't understand how you would, if it was supposed to launch the 14th. I don't understand why you would show nothing. Like the whole point of doing Kickstarters and Indiegogos and stuff is like you have to hype up the product beforehand. And you have to showcase people why they want to be interested in this. You wouldn't go and just launch this with nothing. Like you've shown no games, you've shown nothing.
Right. Yeah, you're right. No, it's so weird to see this happen. It shows up and then it doesn't show up. Their Indiegogo page, I think, is actually up right now, but it says nothing about what it is or anything. So it's like they don't even know what they're building. I don't know. The email they sent seemed to mention, what was it, ecosystem and platform. So it's like they don't really know what the operating system is or something, or they don't know what it's going to be when you turn it on. Like, what does it look like or anything? So I'm not really sure what to make of this thing, man.
It's nothing. It's like it's like a box, and then with real wood on it, and then there's probably like a mini PC in there, and they're like, hey, it says Atari.
Dude, there's real wood in it though.
Real wood. Hashtag it.
I don't really know what to think of it though. It's just, is it gonna actually happen before the end of 2017?
No.
Okay, so you think it's gonna be pushed into like 2018 at some point if it actually happens?
I think that it may never come to fruition, honestly. But yeah, if something does happen, it'll be 2018.
Okay, gotcha. So you think there's a chance they just pull back on it completely and are like, nope, not gonna do it?
Yeah, I do.
Like maybe it's too expensive or something. Maybe they miscalculated some stuff and they realized they'd have to ask for a lot of money at a Kickstarting or Indiegogo to actually get it done. Apparently, there are rumors saying that they're going to do a discount of like 33% or something like that. So it'd be like less than $200 for the first like couple hundred people or something. But I don't know. That doesn't seem right. I don't know how you could build it for that cheap. They'd have to have like what do you think, like a $500,000 goal to make this happen?
Oh, yeah. I'm sure. Oh, you mean like what their goal is? I'm sure it would be massive.
Yeah, maybe over $1 million. It had to be, right?
I would say at bare minimum, probably 600,000. Like bare minimum.
It had to be a lot, man. I don't really know how they do it. But a lot of people just don't believe that this is going to happen, and I can't blame them. I will try to buy one when it goes up, but I don't know when they're going to actually, let me try to buy it. Again, I also am a little worried with how hard it is for them to launch this Indiegogo campaign to where they actually send it out. Like, it's this hard for them to launch the campaign. How hard is it going to be to actually build it and ship it to me when it's time to?
Right.
Yeah, because it's not like these crowdsourcing things have instilled a lot of confidence in us at this point. I've seen some pretty bad crowdsourcing stuff take place, so I'm not looking forward to that thing being shipped. I don't think it'll be shipped. Evan, have you seen the Atari box at all?
Well, none of us have really, other than the initial picture. So, but yeah, I've looked into at least the bare minimum of it. What do we even know what R&D they've done to it to determine even their specs? Like,
No.
they've said nothing.
No.
And they don't have an operating system to speak of. We don't know if it's going to be properly like integrated with the games. Although they did say it was supposed to be a Linux thing, which we all know is a problem.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
Yeah, I feel like at some point, this can't be the guy that's ahead. That's the head of everything. It's got to be just a smaller group within Atari that's making this. And at some point, someone's going to show the head of Atari a video of the Ouya, and he's going to go, "Yeah, we're shutting this down." Like right,
just like right there. Yeah, we're not doing this. But I mean, if you think about it, they're not even using their money to make this happen. If they're going to go through Indiegogo, they probably built like one system. You don't even need a prototype for Indiegogo. You don't even need that. You just show up. I assume they spent money to build one of them, and then they're going to be like, this is what you can get. Give us money. That's going to be the whole thing. Robert Erickson dropping 20 secs saying, here's some secs. You can buy some real wood. Thank you. That actually goes together really well. I don't know, man. This is, I don't think we're going to see it. I have to admit, Sean, I was hoping at first, but man, the more they push this back on a site where you don't need any kind of any kind of prototype, I'm getting concerned, man.
I didn't realize that it's not even, it doesn't even have any ties to the original Atari, because it's just Hasbro Interactive, which was renamed Atari Interactive in January 2001.
Oh, interesting. So it's not old school Atari doing this. It's some other...
it was founded in 1995.
Wow. Okay, that's interesting. So it's just somebody who took the name on.
Exactly.
Huh. Well, that makes things harder to believe now. Great. Great. Let me ask a question. Did you see this rumored? People ask me about this all the time because we'll go over this. Did you see the rumored Bandai meeting that was supposed to be taking place?
The one that was on the 15th yesterday?
It was yesterday, yeah. Did you hear about all of that? How that was all going down and was supposed to happen and everything?
Yeah, I sort of saw like someone say that they were supposed to show some Switch titles, and then Liam said that Liam from Unseen 64 said like it wasn't going to be anything like that.
Yeah. Apparently it happened. Apparently everyone who went is under an NDA right now, a non-disclosure agreement. So they can't walk around saying what they saw there. But apparently there's no Dark Souls, there's no Xenosaga HD collection, none of that. The stuff we were hoping for. Apparently Liam said there was like a small thing that was pretty cool there that we would hear about at some point soon. I don't think we've heard about it. I think a lot of people were assuming it might be the Tales game that was kind of announced in that big montage that they showed, just of all the different company and all different companies, all the different games coming to the Switch. They showed Tales, but then there was the Tales live stream that took place earlier this morning, and nothing happened. So we didn't see anything there. So basically, this big thing that was being hyped up, really nothing really took place there that was massive. I'm sure they showed some stuff, but it wasn't like, it wasn't like Bandai's E3 or anything like that.
Well, I mean, the thing of it is like, if you're going to do something like that, why would you be so secretive about it and NDA everything? Like, hey, we're going to show off these things, but we don't want you to know about it. Like, okay, if it was something substantial, you would think that, it would be brought about.
Yeah, I mean, there's a chance that it was, some people are saying we'll probably see news on Monday or Tuesday or something. There's a chance that there might have been one thing there that they didn't want anyone to hear about, and they had to NDA the whole thing, basically. Like basically they were like, hey, if you want to show up to this conference and check it out, do some coverage, this is the embargo for the whole thing, because Code Vein is going to the Switch as well, or because, hey, Dragon Ball Fighter, that is also going to the Switch, but we have to keep it, the whole thing under wraps. Yeah, so Leon Robinson apparently said something new but small is still under embargo. So small could be like a game we already know about is also going to the Switch, for example. It could also be a remake of an old game or something. It's hard to say. I don't know. I guess I could see Dragon Ball FighterZ probably won't be going to the Switch for a while. That probably wouldn't be till like the end of 2018, 2019 if they did it.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's that. That'd be something else. I don't know. It's hard to say, man. It's one of those things. It's speculation, man. It's all speculation.
Well, the rumor mill got out of control on it. So
you're right. It did. It did. Everyone started hoping for everything, and it was all over the place. That's how it goes, though. People usually hype up these things pretty heavily and hope for the world. But
oh yeah, and the ecosystem of the Switch up till now has been like whatever your hype train is. Yes, here it is. So it's getting a little.
This is a good question here from Joy-Con Thomas. We did get a release date for Payday 2. It's at the end of February, I believe. It's like the 23rd or something like that. I have to double check to get the exact date. But GameStop listed the price, and it's kind of high. People notice this because I know it's cheaper on Steam and everywhere else. They listed it for $50 on the Switch. And that's kind of price. It's like $20 to $30, I think, right, Evan? On like Steam and
but I think that's just the base. I'd have to figure out. I don't think I can see the actual price for the full release because I think since I own the game, I'm permanently set to whatever the discount is if I ever want to update to the full patch.
Gotcha.
So I'm not too sure because what I think isn't the game they're putting out everything.
I think it's everything, right? It's like the ultimate edition, everything. So that makes a little more sense. If it has all this thing we don't know yet, if it has all of the DLC, if it has everything and it's $50, it's like, okay, that at least makes sense.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. That's not a small game at that point. It's just way too many people to play, way too many skill trees to interact with, and so many maps, both big and small.
It's a big game, isn't it?
Yeah. I check it out occasionally because I mean it's just a fun sort of stand in one spot and see how long you can survive deal, unless you can actually pull off the quick and quiet type getaways and robberies, which are really fun to pull off.
Have you played any of Payday, Sean?
I played the first Payday on PS3 and I loved it.
You didn't play the second one yet, though.
No.
Oh, dude, we're gonna have some fun with that.
Yeah, it's so much higher above the first one. I loved the first one too, which is the whole reason why I bought the second one. And then just all the little nuance and everything in the second one really got me behind that game.
Robert Erickson trying to incite the mob. It's a shame we can't get to 600 likes today. I don't think we can get to 600 likes. I mean, there's 721 people in here. I don't think it's possible.
Yeah, and it's a small podcast right now. There's
no well, yeah, Sean, we're gonna be playing that actually quite a bit because you can do up to 4 people, right, Evan?
Yeah.
Yes, we're gonna be doing that, Sean. That's gonna be fun. It's
really
cool.
Yeah, and I don't know when you stopped playing, John, but they added missions that are like full stealth. You have to beat them in stealth. They added just these really high-end, like full military type missions with vehicles and things. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, it looks like Payday. Someone's asking. It does look like it's having a physical release. That was GameStop that listed it for in-store purchase.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, is that a box of the code or is that?
Yeah, right. That's a good question. I don't know. That's a good
scary prospect.
Yeah.
But there's no way with the amount of maps and everything they've added to that game that it's just on one cart. I doubt.
I'm sure there'll be a download required. Absolutely. Especially if it's like a 32 gig game or something like that. You'll probably buy the cart and then you need the internet to download the rest onto your card. But yeah, Payday 2 is gonna be really fun to have that on the Switch. I think a lot of people will buy it overall, and we'll have a good time with it. Honestly, if you want to get in there with you, me, Wood, and maybe
yeah, for sure, dude. That's a day one for me if I can't get a code.
It's fine. They'll just announce crossplay, and I'll bring my high level character.
You know what's funny? They actually might do. I don't want to say they will. There is a chance, to be honest. There's a chance they could announce some kind of crossplay. Because they've been pretty good. A lot of companies have been pretty good about PC and Switch stuff. Maybe you think it'd be hard for them to get that all done across the board though, because of how isn't the PC version further ahead, or are you thinking if they just add everything right away to it?
I think they'll just drop everything where it is because I think they're focusing on something else right now. They were talking that they had like a Splinter company that's made like a World War II. I got to look back into that because it did look awesome. There's like a World War II style version of it right now.
Oh, okay.
Another company made, and I think they announced and talked about the want for Payday 3 possibly, but that's like way down the road, I think, on their horizon. And right now they're probably just heavily focusing on the Switch release. But you're probably going to get everything day one.
That'd be cool. I just remember running in and just smashing jewelry like boxes, like the glass and everything, just stealing and running.
Dude, it gets so crazy. Breaking into a bank just to light all the money on fire, and then you got people in there with buzzsaws ripping open all the safe boxes, pulling out all the bags.
Why were they lighting the money on fire?
The money was something that was being laundered by like a big drug lord. You were trying to like show him the video of it to show that you don't care or something about his money. It was crazy.
That's gonna be cool, man. Yeah, we're gonna be playing that. It'll be fun. I'm gonna be curious how that plays in portable mode too. That's gonna be interesting to see.
That will be interesting.
What a random announcement, though. Payday 2 on the Switch.
I remember when they first announced it. I was very excited.
Yeah, I was surprised when I saw that. I was like, what is going on here? That's gonna be cool though. Did you get Ukulele?
Nah.
No, you didn't get it?
Nah, it's $40, man. I wait for a sale. I'm cheap.
I guess that's a good point. That's a good point. It's actually a really good port on the Switch. I will say that. I was a little surprised, to be honest. It's very, very similar to the PS4 and the Xbox One version. And it's not blurry in handheld mode.
I'm surprised. I thought it was only 600p or 540.
Apparently it's 630p. Is what they've gotten down to the single P, 630p. But it's apparently Digital Foundry corrected that and everything. But apparently, because so here's the thing I'm noticing. You can let me know what you think about this. I'm noticing a lot of the Unreal Engine 4 games, the way that they get it to work, or Unreal Engine 3 even, because Rocket League is Unreal Engine, they just seem to lower the resolution. That's how they get it to portable mode from docked mode. I guess Doom kind of is the same way, but some games that run on like Unity apparently doesn't do that same thing, and that's what Ukulele is running, and it looks good. Like I was shocked. It looks great in portable mode. I couldn't believe it. So there's not much difference between the Digital Foundry video was pretty good, but not much difference.
Maybe that's why it took so long though, because it seems like a lot of those Unity games they get the Vaseline smear.
Apparently they got help from Unity, because this is using the latest version Unity, by the way, but they needed help from Unity and they needed help from Nintendo, but apparently that did it. So that's what made it work.
Well, fuck, that's what all these companies should be doing then. Just like, instead of releasing your shitty ass Vaseline smear, just be like, hey, Nintendo, what can we do with this?
Well, if Unity wants to win the engine war on the Switch, they should figure out whatever the hell they did to help, and then whatever the hell Nintendo did to help, and make that like a push this button and it'll just happen thing in their engine, and so many more people would go for that.
Agreed.
I forgot about Crazy Justice. Someone mentioned that in the chat. It's like a shooting game, kind of. It looks like it has the similarities for Borderlands almost. But that's coming to the Switch, PS4, I think everything. But it's going to have crossplay.
I remember that game.
Yeah, it looks actually pretty cool. But it's going to have crossplay between, that's Unreal Engine 4 as well. Switch, PC, and Xbox One can all play together in the same rooms and everything. Or adventures, I guess is what they say here.
What was the name of that game again?
Crazy Justice. Crazy Justice.
Yeah, when was that shit?
Second quarter of 2018. So probably like, I don't know, like beginning of summer or something.
Need some first quarter games to come out, man.
Yeah, I don't really know. I don't know what's scheduled. I mean, we're gonna find out in January when there's that direct, right? We know there's a direct.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's pretty clear they need a direct, right?
Yeah.
Because we don't know. I mean, what's happening in 2018 at this point? I don't know much of anything.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything.
Like in the first quarter, I mean, like I know there's games. Obviously, we know Fire Emblem's coming.
Yeah, I mean, I just want some shit to play in January and February.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing. We know Payday is coming out end of February, but Vosphere, I guess, that's coming out in January.
Yeah, that's a good.
It's probably going to be dominated mostly by the indies, just because they will have all their titles out for the holiday, and then they'll just sit on their laurels and just let other smaller companies in. Because I mean, that is an ideal time for those companies to really put it out, because if very little AAA games are coming out between January and February until like the very end, then all you have to choose from is this little $5 game, this $10 game. Those are the ones you're going to purchase. So it'd be huge for indie.
There's a hell of a lot of like pretty good indie games coming out like very soon. Brawl Out comes out on the 19th. Blossom Tales.
We played Brawl Out.
How is it?
I heard they added a ton more characters. I'm gonna check.
We played it a while the PC on Steam, but it's okay. I thought that maybe it was just me, Evan, but the timing was a little weird at times when I was playing it.
The game feels, I think, slower.
Yeah, I think it's slower than like a Smash Bros, but it's a Smash Bros clone essentially. So if you like Smash,
and that's not necessarily saying that slower is worse. I mean, slower can be more tactical. Slower can have its own benefits. My biggest issue was the character list was so tiny at the time.
Yeah, what they had hyper light.
They added Hyperlight when we played it, but they only had like 6 or 7 other characters. And I feel like a list in most fighting games needs to be close to around like 12 or possibly 15 as like a launch to really feel like a good game, especially if those characters are unique enough. Unless there's only so few fighting games I've ever played where like a list of 8 is amazing because those 8 characters are so incredible and unique.
Dude, they added the guy from Guacamelee.
Yeah, I saw that.
Thought that was really funny.
They got the next Penelope comes out December 21st. Tiny Troopers XL, which I think actually looks pretty cool.
Tiny Troopers.
Yeah, it's like a sort of like a kind of like an action RTS game.
Look at that one too. I haven't heard of that one. I heard Tiny Metal. Obviously, we were just talking about it, but
and you got Bayonetta in February too.
That is in February, right? That is February. But nothing like that. I don't see anything for January though.
Maybe all these indie games that they said were coming out and we haven't heard anything about for like the longest time, those will be coming out in January.
Pocket Rumble, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still waiting.
Here's Will mentioned, do you think Octopath Traveler would be Q1 or Q2 release? And we're still waiting for Hawaii Shakedown. Yeah, I think probably Octopath will probably be. Man, that's tough. That's a game I'd love to see come out in like March.
Yeah, it looks like the Brawl Out list is 18 people now, so that should be good. That should actually.
Oh wow.
Be a game.
Yeah, I'll actually pick that up on 19th then. Yeah, I haven't contacted them at code. I'll probably just buy it. To be honest. I don't know. I mean, I would love to see Octopath Traveler come out sooner than later, but that's a game I could see getting pushed all the way to April. But when we played it, I mean, when we played the demo, it felt like a lot of it was done. Like it really felt like it was ready.
At least core mechanics, since a lot of it's story. Like it's
that's
on the
true.
Story. I wonder if they didn't have it all like properly laid out and checked.
Hawaii Shakedown. That's a game I'd like to see soon. I don't know. That's a game that could be announced like a week before it comes out, though. Because it's kind of a smaller game. And then we're still waiting to see what Retro's doing. Retro Studios.
Yep.
Still, they've been quiet for so long. Do you think they're just going to show up, though, with, like, Donkey Kong?
I hope they show up with, like, Donkey Konga 3.
Oh, gosh.
No peripheral. Just use your screen. See how that works.
Any idea for a game to use the Super Duper Rumble? I'm not sure if that is what you're talking about, Robert. I don't know. I mean, do you think they just show up with Donkey Kong at the January press, or do you think they have their own brand new IP to talk about?
Oh, man, that's tough. Because I think Donkey Kong, I think you could wait on that, kind of like they did on the N64, where you had Super Mario 64 and then Donkey Kong 64. Right. I don't know. I think it's too soon for a Donkey Kong.
I think so too. I mean, the one they did was really good with Tropical Freeze. I thought Tropical Freeze was great.
Do you think the next one will be like full 3D, not side scroll?
I don't know. See, the Switch is set up perfectly for a 2D Donkey Kong game. Man, I don't know.
Yeah, and I feel like they tried with the 3D and it was all right, but 2D is really where Donkey Kong shines. So I doubt swing.
It'd be great is if they do come out with GTA 5 in the January presser. That'd be big. They had that ready.
They just say it, it's like out in 2 days.
Yeah. I don't know, man. GTA 5 on the Switch would be crazy. I mean, what day do you guys? I mean, when do you think the January presser would be? Do you guys think it'd be like early in January, like it'd be like the 10th, or do you think it'd be like at the end?
I'd say the middle.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone getting their Switches for the holidays and stuff, settling down, playing games. Then all of a sudden you get that little notification where it's just like, hey, there's a direct coming up.
Yeah, I could see that. But like the 14th or something. I don't know what day that is. I mean, it doesn't matter. Nintendo just has directs whenever they want, so it could be any time.
Yeah, like 2 days prior.
Yeah,
there's a direct in 2 days. Okay.
all the time. Yeah, that's how they work, man. Sean, did you ever end up getting Xenoblade?
It might be in a package in my car. I have to open some
Might
packages.
be in a package.
I had someone send it to me. One of my Patreons got 3 copies for the price of one. So he was like, "Do you want one?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Okay, I'll send you one."
Oh, so you just got a Xenoblade just like that? That's pretty sweet, actually.
Yeah, I don't know if it came in though yet. I got a couple packages out in the car that I need to open tonight.
It's pretty good overall. I think you'll like it. It's kind of hit or miss though if you'll enjoy the combat. Like I know Wood didn't like the combat, but I know other people really like it. I'm kind of in the middle. There are parts I think could be better.
I heard it's like super slow.
It is. Yeah, you fight the same monster for a while. So, like, you'll run up to a monster, and sometimes you get used to being really strong. So the monster's like 10 levels lower than you, but you still hit it a bunch of times to kill it. So it takes a while. Yeah. So some people don't really like that as much. I do think the story's a little better than the X. Like X, yeah. So that's one thing I think is a little better there. But that's really all. That's really all we had for news and everything. Do we have any questions, Evan?
What about the Street Fighter? Wasn't Street Fighter this past week?
Oh yeah. Do you want to talk about Street Fighter? I know you want to talk about Street Fighter.
Hell yeah, I want to talk about Street Fighter.
All right, Sean. So what's happening? What do we got here, Street Fighter?
So Capcom within the past 2 weeks went from like dog shit to like essentially back on their way to God tier with Mega Man 11, the Mega Man X collection, the Mega Man Legacy collection coming to the Switch, and now they're just like, hey, by the way, here's a brand new Street Fighter compilation with 12 freaking games. 4 of them are online, and it's only $40, and it's out on all platforms in May. What?
Yeah, I was 12 games.
I was on Wood's Patreon call, and somebody sent me the link, and I was like, oh my God, I have to react to this. I got to go. And he was like, where are you going? I was like, I'm going to film a video. Just leave me in the call. I'll be back. Dude, I was so excited. Like, that's so awesome.
Would you play a fighting game using motion controls from Robert Erickson? I don't. I mean, people play ARMS with the motion.
ARMS.
But if you're talking about like a 2D one, I don't. You got to need those button presses, right? You need those button presses for it.
I can see the button press.
I was a little surprised with that collection. It seems like it's a lot of Street Fighter 2, right, Sean?
Yeah, there's the original Street Fighter, Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Champion, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, which is an amazing game, and that might actually make me get rid of my 3DO because that's the only reason I still have a 3DO. And then there's Alpha 2, Alpha 3,
Fighter 3, Second Impact, and Third Strike. Yep.
Third Strike is really popular. I know that.
Oh yeah, Third Strike. It's gonna be huge.
Apparently, like 5 or 6 of the games are going to have online play as well, including Third Strike.
Yeah, I think it's Hyper, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Alpha 2, and or is it Alpha 3?
Can't remember off the top of my head. Definitely, they're going to pull from each series. Probably one of the better ones for tournament play.
Yeah, I mean it's genius, and it's only $40.
Yeah, it's
Now,
Alpha 3, Third Strike, Turbo, and Street Fighter 2.
Well, what do you think of that, Sean? It's $40, but Capcom just sold a Street Fighter game to Switch owners for $40.
I got that game for free as a review copy, and I still bought the physical version. I mean, it's, like, was it overpriced? Yes, but I'm a fan of the series, and they did a good enough job with the game, in my opinion. But yeah, if you're not a fan of Street Fighter, you probably didn't buy it for $40. Like, that's just what it is. As a fan of Street Fighter, $40, okay. It's not going to make or break me. But then this collection is just like, and a lot of people are, speculating that this collection may not have come to the Switch if Ultra Street Fighter 2 didn't sell as well as it did.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
I think they're correct because they were pleasantly surprised by it. Things like that are the reason. The fact that game sold well is why Capcom is now, putting things on the Switch, like your Mega Man Legacy collections, your Mega Man 11, your Resident Evil Revelations collection. I'm sure that was, you know, kind of indicative of maybe they were working on it, but maybe it was a low priority thing, or maybe they were just like, well, you know, if Street Fighter doesn't sell well, then we're not going to finish it or whatever. But I mean, it's a good game. The Revelations collection is super good. I was actually playing it the raid mode before the cast. So if that game didn't sell well, like,
yeah. Did you like the raid? I haven't tried the raid mode yet on the Switch.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I have the collection obviously, but I haven't done the raid mode yet. Did you play the first? Was it the first game Revelations or the second Revelations doing the raid mode on?
I'm doing raid mode on second because I played the hell out of raid mode on the first one on the 3DS, like literally hundreds of hours. So, but I never played Revelations 2 and I never played the raid mode on there. So that's what I've been playing.
Okay. Yeah.
A lot of characters to unlock. The online is really smooth and fun. It's just fun. It's just fun.
It's just basically you're just fighting hordes of zombies, right?
Pretty much. And there's like various there's like buffed zombies that are like, you know, they have like extra armor, or they're like super big mode or super small mode, and they're super fast. There's lots of variables. So it stays fresh. It stays fun.
Good question here. Do you think the Street Fighter collection will crossplay for the Switch between like the PC and the Xbox One version, I guess?
Could it? Yeah. Will it? That's really on Capcom. I don't think Microsoft or Nintendo would really care if that was the case. They would probably be fine with it. So
I would like to see that, to see like crossplay. I mean, the PS4, obviously Sony doesn't want any part of that. I would love to see crossplay though between all of these systems, especially like PC and Switch, because I think there are a lot of people, especially PC owners, who are buying into the Switch right now. And I think that'd be really cool to see that, to see like Switch and PC be able to play against each other in Street Fighter, because those games aren't super demanding anyway. So they're all going to probably run the same, to be honest.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
Resolution maybe would be different. I mean, maybe you get 4K on the Xbox One X or something, but otherwise they're all going to run at 60 frames. So there's no real advantages there.
I think it'd be cool if they take the next step, if these companies take the next step where you have like I guess almost an individual account for the game. That way, if I'm playing it on PC and then I just want to wander off with my Switch, I can play the same account on like a handheld. That'd be so fantastic to achieve that.
Yeah, that's gonna be really interesting to see that game on the handheld. I think that's gonna be really fun. You can play like I mean, Sean, what's the first one you're gonna play on there?
Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Just because.
All right, is that the one you said you kept your 3DO for?
Yes.
Which one? All right. So what's so good about this Street Fighter, Sean? Help me out here.
The music is rearranged and it's very, very good. It has additional characters like Cammy in it, and it just runs really well. It's essentially the best version of Street Fighter 2. Maybe Ultra Street Fighter 2 is, you know, up there as well. But in my opinion, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo is the best version. So
was it only on the 3DO and that's why you keep that? Or
yep.
Wow, weird. Why was it on the 3DO?
Because I don't know. But I mean, you could get it like I think it came out on they did like an HD remix of it. Something. I believe it's been re-released, but I could be wrong. Let me look at a wiki real quick.
Oh, okay, cool. Robert Erickson in the chat with 100 sec saying, thanks for a great show. You deserve some extra sec to prepare for the Atari Kickstarter. # real wood. Yes, that's whenever that day comes, I guess I'll be joining into the abyss that'll be the Atari Indiegogo page. I have my doubts about that, but you know, we'll see. We'll see. I'm concerned I'm going to buy into it, and it's like 3 years later, I'm be like, I shouldn't have bought into that. Yeah, that's another one. There was did you guys see the rumor for Burnout Paradise possibly getting a remaster?
I did, but I would rather, you know what? I would rather see Burnout 3 remastered.
I heard about that a lot. Burnout 3 was very popular. I think the reason people want this Burnout is because I guess it was open world and it was actually kind of successful for EA. But I was that Burnout 3? Is that Takedown?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was really popular. I remember watching G4, and one of the things was they had a whole thing on Cinematech where they would just drive into the into the intersection, try to make as much mayhem as you can.
Yes.
That was that game, right? Yeah, that was so much fun to watch over and over again. But that game, that was like the best mode of the whole game, was being able to crash and try to make all kinds of madness happen.
Yeah, it was so much fun.
Yeah, I don't know if that's actually going to happen. I mean, Burnout Paradise is the big open world one. It did well. I think it sold really well, actually. But it's already remastered on the PC, I think. I think I own it on the PC on Steam. I guess I can check real quick. Pretty sure I have it. I don't even know if it's called remastered. It might be. Burnout Paradise Ultimate Box. That's what they call it. So I don't really know what else they can push out of that, even on PC. I'm not really sure what they would do. Now, if it's just going to the Switch, that at least makes some sense. I don't really know what the PS4 and the Xbox One will get. 4K, I guess. I mean, they're going to be able to resell that at $30 or $40 just for 4K.
I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I wish they would just do Burnout 3.
What if they just did like a Burnout collection?
That would be cool.
Yeah, do something like that. Collections are in right now, man.
I mean, I don't mind them as long as they do them right. Like shit, it's convenient.
This person was saying Burnout Paradise is backwards compatible on the Xbox One. So why would they make a remaster?
Yeah.
Oh man, people are saying it was a fun game though. I played some of it. I thought it was pretty fun. Like I said, I have my PC. It's a pretty fun game.
Yeah, I played it too on the PS3. I don't know. I missed the standard stuff in Burnout 3. It felt like it didn't really feel like a sequel. It felt like a whole new sort of game.
Right. Yeah. This person's saying Metal Gear Solid on the Switch, maybe like Twin Snakes. That would be cool. Did you play that on the GameCube back in the day, Sean?
Oh yeah.
I like Twin Snakes a lot. That was one of my favorite games on the GameCube. But if they just brought the collection, the collection that was out on the other systems, it was what 2 and 3, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I'd buy that instant. That'd be day one purchase right here.
Yeah, same.
Cool.
3 is my favorite in the series. So
3 was okay. Cool. Yeah, I liked 3 was good. I liked 1 a lot, man. When they redid it with like the PS2 visuals on the GameCube, the Twin Snakes, I really liked that game.
Yeah. I mean, I love 2 as well. 2 was the...
Man, 2 let me down a little bit, though, because you don't really play as Snake, like, at all in the game. You play as Raiden. And back in the day, man, that was, like, the big bait and switch. I thought I was getting that game, and I thought I was playing as Snake.
That's why you can't trust Kojima.
Yeah, dude, right? After the first hour, I was like, what is this? I mean, it still controlled the same and everything, but I wanted to play as... Man, come on.
I like the story in it, though, because that story... actually got me like into conspiracy theories and stuff, and now I'm like so far down the rabbit hole, like Jesus Christ. But yeah, like 3 is by far my favorite. I beat it on the PS2. I remember at the time when Metal Gear Solid 3 came out, my town didn't have a video game store. We didn't have a GameStop. We only had a Walmart and Best Buy, and neither of those places were doing midnight launches for it. And so we had to drive. Me and a couple of my friends drove like 40 minutes to this town nearby to go to a midnight launch. And one of my friends was just like fucked up, like drunk beyond belief. And so I'm waiting in line to get the game, go back to get back in the car, and we start to leave. And he's like, dude, I ripped this off the wall, man. It was like a Metal Gear poster. And I was like, you fucking idiot. Thank you. And then we got to my house, and I had to kick them all out because they kept talking. And I'm like, I'm trying to play the game. I need silence. And like, they just kept talking. I was like, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. I'm playing this by myself.
Oh man, that's great. Yeah, I would love to see those come over though. I just remember the second one where he's like, turn off the PlayStation 2 now.
Yeah.
That was great. Oh man. I mean, it's not even on the PC. Like, how did neither of those go to the PC? I don't understand.
Especially with the complete collection that came out on the PS3.
Yeah, like what? Like I don't know. I don't know what happened there. Like none of them are on the PC. I mean, 5 is, I guess, but nothing else. It's really weird.
They did Metal Gear Solid 1 on Windows, like back in the day.
They did the Metal Gear Solid 2 was on Windows, believe it or not. I remember seeing it. I wanted to download it and play it, and I got it on my old computer, and it didn't work. I was so mad, but they did put it. There's a PC version of it actually out there. I'd love to have Pain on the PS3. Pain on the PS3. You still talking about Max Payne?
No, shouldn't be.
Oh, Pain is the one where you run down, where you like fly down the streets and stuff. I see that, where you like ragdoll down the streets.
Oh yeah, I remember that shit.
Oh man. Oh gosh. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why Okami HD is not on the Switch. I have no idea. That's one that should.
That's kind of weird.
So, Evan, we had any questions or anything?
So far, the only question on the Discord is how much do you think the Mega Man X collection will cost on the Switch, and will we get a physical copy or X, which would hopefully come with some kind of amiibo? I mean, be awesome.
The amiibo. Well, we have at least a Mega Man amiibo. We need an X amiibo, right?
X or Zero.
Yeah, I would like to see that come out as a collection. We still don't even know if it's going to be a collection, by the way. We believe that Cersei Julius drops 2 in the chat saying, we'd love to see Bioshock collection on the Switch. That's a good one as well. If they can get the first and second Bioshock and Infinite on there, that would be really cool. I don't know if they're going to release it as a collection. We've talked about this a little bit. That means they would have X1 all the way through X8, and X7 and X8 are both PS2 games. I don't know if they would get that all in one cartridge or if they try to split that up, like X Collection 1, X2 or something, or if they just release them all separately. If it came out, I would be fine personally paying $60 for all 8 of them in one cart. I know people might want 40, but I honestly think for the amount of games you're getting, you're really paying less than $10 a game then. So
I mean, plus it'll have, it'll have, like, that's one of the things I liked about the shit on 3DS, the Legacy Collection, was just all the extra stuff, like all of the box arts, all of the advertisements, all the artwork and stuff like that. If they throw in all that sort of stuff with the X Collection, like, it would be worth it, I think.
Yeah, that'd be cool. They made like a whole thing out of it, right? Like a whole collector's edition kind of thing. That would be awesome. I did get the Game Informer in the mail 2 days ago that has the like the Mega Man cover and everything. I need to cut that out, but that'd be cool if they did a whole thing on that. I would really like that.
They really should go all out. I mean, we just talked about how Capcom's really turning the ship around and becoming a company that we don't laugh at as much anymore. And they have all these good connections that could bring about incredible things for this collection. I mean, they just have to go to Udon Comics and just get all those like art books and stuff together, because we had 2 of those at our store, right? Remember those? The
the art books. Yeah, those were really cool. It's like a big art book that you can get that has like all the stuff through them. It's like Mega Man through the years or something like that. And it has every like bit of Mega Man art there. It was so cool.
All the concepts, all the information behind it. Talked about the one knight, the Nightman character, being sort of like from the outside from their little. They had that contest that they put on. It was awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that. They did the thing where they would have like fans like create the Robot Masters, and then they use some of the designs and stuff. And I thought that was really cool. But man, that's really neat. Is there any other questions, Evan?
No, that's it. Slow night on the Discord.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. Let's Titan V. Oh gosh, yeah, I saw that. This is by Carry 2060, a Titan V. So we have Titan XP, Titan Vista, and we are going to see if we get Titan 7 soon. The Titan V is the new card that came out. I think that's the one that's $3,000. And it's for AI, like deep learning. And you wouldn't really use that for games. I'll say that. It's just for deep learning on your computer. I don't know. NVIDIA is doing some weird stuff right now. So you don't even pay attention to them. Just get your basics, get your 1080s or 1060s or 1070s. You're fine.
Yeah, get them soon. The prices keep skyrocketing.
Yeah, prices keep going up. We will probably see some kind of Metroid Prime footage, yes, in January. Yes, I think we will. But that, I mean, that's all we had for tonight. I'm actually violently ill, and no one can really tell, so that's good. We had yeah. We had a big stomach bug going around the past 2 days in my house.
Ugh. So that's why I haven't come over.
That's why I didn't post much this morning. So. That's why I haven't been on Twitter much either. So we've been laying around the house pretty much all day. I had to power through a video earlier today, but that was about it. So, but I guess that's about all really. It's a little slower night, but I still had some fun and everything. Gran Turismo VR is actually pretty fun. Yes. It's only one mode though, and you can only race against one person, and they're set to like the dumbest mode, but. Yeah, it's a cool thing to see, like, because it's a cool tech demo, I guess you'd say. I mean, the game itself is good if you're a big fan of simulation racing, but otherwise, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't buy it just for the VR. It's cool that it came with the VR headset. I like that, but it's not something to go out and get just for that. But it came with it, so it's cool. Cool. So is that everything, guys? You got anything else you want to add to the podcast?
There's really not much. It's been a slow-ish news week.
Yeah, not a ton of stuff happened overall, but we'll get. I think a lot of games did come out on the Switch eShop. So,
but I mean, sweeping news-wise, company stuff. Really, it's people were keeping it quiet on that term because we're supposed to be focusing on game releases. It is the holiday.
Yeah, we're in December. When we get into January, a lot of news will start hitting again, just because they have to build everything back up. Like I said, that direct we're going to see is going to, I think, pretty much outline most of the roadmap for 2018 for Nintendo. So, yeah, Robert Erickson, I think we will see Metroid Prime in some way in the January direct. I think we'll see whether it's like a quick gameplay session or just a quick trailer that actually shows the visual style, because we don't even know what it's going to look like. I think we'll see something. So I'm looking forward to it, though. I want to play that game. Hoping for 2018 release date. Hoping.
I guess someone just popped into the Discord. Do you think Shin Megami Tensei 5 will be in the direct?
That's a good question. I want to say yes, but I don't even know when that game's going to come out. That might be something that comes out in the fall.
Yeah, that's some deep speculation.
Well, they could show it at E3 then. They don't have to show it at the direct.
Yep.
I don't know. Maybe they might. It depends how much stuff they have, like third-party stuff. That's the big thing, because none of us saw Doom or Wolfenstein showing up, which we still don't know any footage for Wolfenstein. So,
yeah, that's supposed to come out in the spring too.
Yeah, so we don't see any footage for it. We don't know what it looks like. So that's the big thing. So I guess that's is that everything then? We good, guys?
Yep, good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I guess we'll close it out. Matt at the circus, so we were one person down, and then Wood bought a cat. So, that's that. He's taking pictures of. Yeah, I saw he had pictures all over Twitter and stuff for it. So he's occupied. Let's go around here though. Sean, where can they find you, man?
You can find me at RGT85. If you like pro wrestling, go watch my WWE 2K18 review. I had pro wrestling legend Stevie Richards on my channel. Somehow I managed to pull those strings. And then I've got a review coming up for The End Is Nigh, Mutant Muds, Poi, plus whatever other random yelling videos where I yell about stuff on the channel.
Robert asked, any idea what will happen to the online service? I think they'll outline it. I think it'll be somewhat like a Netflix type service, kind of, for online stuff, like the thing where they give you a game or two a month. But I want to see what they have with cloud storage for saves. That's the big thing. Can I transfer my save game, please? And then Evan, where can they find you, man?
I'll just link mostly Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. My channels are still pretty radio silent right now. Next week, I have to do the review for this monitor, and I got to get the recording. I think I'm still going to do it. I'm going to get the recording in for Esports Wave because it is going to be coming out basically Christmas Eve at that point.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
So it'll just land. It'll be there. I mean, you can watch it or not. It doesn't matter.
Hey, whatever. I'll play Brawl out on the Switch, guys. Don't worry. We'll do that too.
Yeah, we got to check that out again.
I guess that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I know it cut a little short, but I'm gonna go to sleep now. So we'll see you guys next time on SpawnCast. What episode is this, Evan?
It should be 37, 36.
Okay,
Should be 37.
It'll be up on Patreon if you missed it, and then of course it'll be up on SoundCloud for audio form. And then generally what we'll probably do is we'll probably release the SpawnCast on like Friday. So like next Friday we'll release it on the channel like we did this previous one, just in case you missed it and you just want to watch it there. But you can get early access on Patreon. So but yeah, guys, that'll do it for us here at Spawn Wave. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next Saturday night.